Tee shot on this, what is essentially a grass waterfall. This, this might take a while.
It was a battle of two bombers down the stretch at Kapalua as Justin Thomas narrowly eked out a victory over Hideki Matsuyama to earn his third PGA Tour career victory. Thomas was in control of the lead for the entire final round, but nearly blew a three-stroke lead on the par 5 15th after a mishit second shot led to a double bogey. A two-shot swing in his favor on the 17th hole would restore a three-stroke lead, however, making for a stress-free walk up the 18th, and his final score of 22 under par would win by 3. With the win, Thomas remains the only player to defeat Hideki Matsuyama on tour since November, finishing one spot ahead of Hideki for the second time in that span, and moving up to 12th in the world golf rankings. Jordan Spieth had the round of the day on Sunday, firing a final round 65 to finish in third, 2 spots behind his best friend on tour. Jason Day made a few headlines this week before even teeing it up at Kapalua. First, it was these comments about his pace of play for 2017. In my opinion, I don't care so much about speeding up my game. I've got to get back to what makes me good. If that means I have to back off 5 times, then I'm going to back off 5 times before I have to actually hit the shot. For golfers that are trying to win and that one shot that could take you out of a playoff, that's important, and you need to make sure you get everything correct. Obviously, this didn't go over very well in the public sphere, with pace of play being one of the worst aspects of golf. However, as he would go on to say, for the average Joe, things are a little different. And these guys are out there playing for boatloads of money. With Jason usually near the top of the leaderboard on the weekends, it shouldn't be too much of an issue anyways. Jason also turned a few heads with his wardrobe this past week. In his first PGA Tour event since switching to Nike apparel, remember they're out of clubs but not apparel, Jason showed up to the course on Thursday in this white and orange ensemble, and sported the small collar all week. I'm not about to be the fashion police, so judge for yourselves, which a lot of people did on Twitter. Jordan Spieth took care of some demons prior to the Tournament of Champions. Returning to the site of his debacle at last year's Masters, Jordan reportedly, according to him, played Augusta twice in December, birdieing the 12th hole on both occasions. We'll see how he handles it come April. The PGA Tour also announced it is partnered once again with Twitter, bringing golf fans more than 70 hours of live free golf coverage this season across 31 tournaments. Anything for more free golf works for me. The streaming will begin at the Career Builder Challenge on January 19th and run through to the Tour Championship in September. It is expected that Jim Furyk will be named the next U.S. Ryder Cup captain on Wednesday. The 2018 event, which will be held in Paris, would be Furyk's 11th straight as a member of the U.S. team, after 9 straight as a player from 97 to 2014, and serving as an assistant in last summer's event at Hazeltine. Denmark's Thomas Bjorn was named Europe's captain in December, and the lead up to the event will officially commence as of the Furyk announcement. And finally, a trailer for an upcoming 2017 golf movie called Tommy's Honor was just released. Here's a snippet.
That young lad of yours, he'll make a fine caddy one day.
Thank you, sir. Why do you let him talk to you like that, Dad?
Because he has every right to. I work for him. A caddy's son you are, and a caddy you'll be.
We'll see.
What else would you be doing?
Well, I'll be a golfer.
The movie chronicles the father and son story of old and young Tom Morris, pioneers of professional golf in Scotland in the late 1800s, and for golf enthusiasts and historians, it looks like it should be really good. Go check out the full trailer if you're interested. The movie is set to come out in theaters in North America on April 14th. After a rough 2016 for Tiger fans, with a brief glimmer of hope at the end, it looks as though he will at least be active in the first few months of 2017, announcing last week plans to play 4 times during a 5-week stretch beginning at the end of January. Starting January 26th, Tiger will play at Torrey Pines, then Dubai the following week, and then after an off week, he'll head back to California for the Genesis Open and to Florida to play in the Honda Classic. Despite most of these events being regular stops for Tiger, it's certainly an encouraging sign that not only he feels good about the state of his game, but also the state of his back. The PGA Tour remains in sunny Hawaii for this week's event, the Sony Open at Waialae Country Club, as 144 players congregate for the first full field event of 2017. Fabian Gomez is the defending champion after a final round 62 that got him into a playoff with Brandt Snedeker that he would eventually go on to win. This year's event is highlighted by last week's top 3 finishers, Justin Thomas, Hideki Matsuyama, and Jordan Spieth, and it shapes up to be an exciting event. My picks are back this week and are as follows. Number 5, Luke List. Number 4, Pat Perez. Number 3, Jimmy Walker. Number 2, Brandt Snedeker. And my number 1 pick, Hideki Matsuyama. Alright, that is all for this week. Thank you for watching the first teeing off of 2017. I'll be back next week. Enjoy the Sony Open. I'm RJ McCullough.